Most everyone has something that they fear, something they are scared of more than anything else. For a few years, there was a reality dare show on television called Fear Factor. And the contestants would be challenged with 3 stunts. One was a physical stunt, one was a mental stunt, and one was an extremely challenging stunt. And I felt like I could do the feats that required the water and the heights. I could even tolerate the beetles and the roaches and the spiders. But I can tell you for sure, I couldn't do the snakes. No reptiles. Scary animals and nasty food were usually a part of stunt number 2. But if you win, you had the privilege of being informed. Evidently, fear is not a factor for you. Don't you wish that that was the true motto of your life? Fear is not a factor for you. Wouldn't it be awesome to end each of my days with Jesus saying to me, evidently, fear is not a factor for you, Jennifer Cook. God uses the term do not fear and do not be afraid over and over again in Scripture. Why does he do that? Because he knows that fear is a huge struggle for so many of us. There are different kinds of fear. There is a healthy fear, a reverence of God, a reverent fear of God. Then there's healthy fears like don't sleep with poisonous snakes, right? And then there's unhealthy fear, like I'm never going to be able to leave the house because something bad may happen when I do. And it's usually the unhealthy fear that trips us up the most. God does not give us unhealthy, faith-robbing fear. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind." British evangelist Smith Wigglesworth, and yes, that really is his name, Smith Wigglesworth, once said, "To walk in the right way, you have to have one thing removed from your life, fear. If fear is removed, then power and confidence will come in its place." Fear is an enemy of faith. Fear will feed your doubts and starve your faith. And if you regularly struggle with fear, then I challenge you to do a Bible study on that word, fear. Look up every time God uses that term, do not fear, do not be afraid, or fear not. The verses are too numerous to quote here with you right now. So just let me give you a few of my favorites. Love Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or tremble at them, for the Lord your God is with you. He is the one who goes with you. He will not fail you nor forsake you. Did you catch it? He's the one that goes with you. As a Christian, he lives within you. You have this constant companion in your life. You are never, ever without him. He walks with you. He walks right beside you. And truthfully, that should dispel some of that fear away from you. What is there to fear when you have Jesus as your constant companion? Another favorite of mine is Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not tremble or be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Okay, one more. Isaiah 41:10. Love this one. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not anxiously look about, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Surely I will help you. Surely I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Let those words soothe your heart. There is no need to fear with God right beside you. Do that word study on do not fear, do not be afraid, and fear not. And experience for yourself the beauty of being able to say, evidently, fear is not a factor for me. If you are in the Atlanta area, I would love for you to visit with me, First Baptist Church of Snellville. Bible study at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday night and Thursday morning at 9:30 a.m. Would love to see you. Come join me.